Today we're going to fuse Mexican with Korean. Okay, on this video I'm making Korean style tacos, and basically what I'm doing is making Korean style beef short ribs or galbei, turning them into tacos. This type of food, this Korean Mexican fusion, is extremely popular in Los Angeles thanks to a Korean American chef named Roy Choi, awesome cook. So let's get going with the marinade for those beef short ribs. To the food processor, I'm going to be adding 1/3 cup of soy sauce, 1/3 cup of rice wine. Use Mirin, you can use water. You don't have to use alcohol, but you can use different types of alcohol if you want, vodka, whatever. 1/4 cup of honey. I took 1 Asian pear. This is an Asian pear. Tastes similar to a Bosch pear, but lighter, and it's a lot more crispy, like almost like an apple. And I went ahead and just roughly cubed it up. Again, you can use just whatever pears you have available. I mean, Bosch. You can use pineapple if you want to kind of give it a Hawaiian twist. Kiwi fruit. You don't have to stick with the Asian pear. 2 tablespoons sesame oil. 4 cloves garlic. 1 tablespoon fish sauce. You can omit that if you want, but it really adds a great flavor. It kind of enhances all the flavors going on here. 1 teaspoon fresh chopped ginger. And I have here 3 stalks of green onion that I chopped all the way down to the white. Let's get this processed. And we are done. Let's get those beef short ribs in the marinade. And here's the meat I'm using in this recipe. This is 2.5 pounds of beef short ribs. Bought this at my Korean market, and they do something that's pretty cool. It makes it easier for this type of recipe. And basically, they've taken the short rib and filleted it out. I mean, look at this. Pretty neat. So what I'm going to do is just cut this into more manageable pieces for the grill. And I'll leave this just to grill up some ribs. So the next thing I'm going to do is take a 2.5 gallon bag, just put the meat inside. Get that marinade poured in. Okay, this is going in the fridge. You want to marinate this at least 1 hour. I'm actually going overnight, which is what I suggest. Let's move on to the next part of this video, which we're going to do a couple sauces for the tacos. All right, for the first sauce, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of soybean paste. And this stuff actually tastes pretty good on its own. It has a kind of a tangy fermented taste, but with some heat. Now for the next ingredient, traditionally I'd be using a fermented chili paste called gochujang. It's a Korean ingredient. But instead I've used this before, that K-pop. This stuff is awesome, and basically what it is, it's gochujang with other ingredients. So instead of just an ingredient, it's a condiment. And I really like this company. It's got a really cool story, just a small company owned by a couple guys, but it's a family recipe. One of the owners is Korean American. This stuff is great, and it's good on burgers and dogs and stuff too. So I have 2 tablespoons of that, and I'll have a link down below if you're interested. I don't think they have it in any brick and mortar stores yet, but it's definitely online. I have 1 stalk of green onion that I've chopped up, 1 clove garlic, 1 teaspoon of sesame seed, toasted, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Let's get this mixed up. And there you go. That'll be one of the sauces for the taco. Now let's make the second sauce, and this one's very, very basic. Okay, so I have about a quarter cup or so of Japanese mayo Kewpie. You could use regular mayo if you want. And I'm going to just add some of that K-pop until it gets the color that I'm looking for, actually. And I'll taste it. Obviously, we're looking for a good flavor as well. But on a Mexican taco, I'd be doing this maybe with some crema and a little chipotle, adobo. And this is looking good. That's the color I'm looking for. Let's try it. Yes, that's the flavor. This particular K-pop is the medium heat, and that mayo kind of mellows it out a little bit, but I'm still getting a nice spicy burn in the back of the throat. So I'm going to go ahead and place all the stuff in the fridge, and tomorrow we will be grilling. See you then. The meat is marinated overnight and we are ready to cook. I'm using the Weber kettle today. It's got lump charcoal going, and I also have the Ballistic grill in place, and that'll be for warming the tortillas. So let's get this. This is going to be a really, really quick cook. This is some thin meat. Just want to get a nice kind of a char finish on it. This piece here is mostly silver skin. I'm not even going to bother. All right, these are done, looking beautiful. Look at that. Now I have that meat that's still on the bone, and it's going to be a treat for my son. So I'm going to go ahead and just cook that while we're making the tacos. All right, we'll start getting this meat ready for the tacos. Want to make them nice little bite-sized pieces here. Let's get those tortillas warmed up. This is what you want to see. You want to see it puffing up like that. All right, let's build some Korean tacos. A little different than your traditional Mexican taco, but we're going with that kind of Mexican Korean theme here. So I have that paste I made with the bean paste and the K-pop, all that other good stuff. I'm going to spread that on the tortilla first. Again, not real traditional when it comes to a Mexican taco. Now this you'll find called a pear leaf in English. You'll see it at Asian markets sold as a sesame leaf, and it's actually related kind of to the mint family, and it has a little bit of a minty flavor, but it's kind of got this weird sweet bitterness to it as well, if that makes any sense. I'll lay that down, put on some of that short rib. Now I have here a slaw that I made with fresh Napa cabbage, some kimchi, some julienne Asian pear, and some julienne English cucumber. So it has that little bit of a funkiness from the kimchi, but then freshness from everything else. And it's very well balanced, and it goes really good. Adds a bunch of different textures to the taco. Now we're going with that kind of a mayo sauce that we made. And I'm going to add some fresh, just straight out of the bottle, K-pop. And again, this is a condiment, which is one of the things I like about it. Just going to add just another layer of flavor and a pop of that nice red color. Let's go ahead and fold this. Put in our little taco stand here. Let's make some more. And there we are, they're looking great. I'm going to finish them off with just a little bit of chopped green onion. And we are ready to try these bad boys. First of all, they smell wonderful. I mean, that marinade, you know, heating up on the grill is intoxicating. It's really good stuff. I mean, this is almost sensory overload. Getting bombarded with different textures, different flavors, different levels of heat. And it just completely encompasses everything I like about Korean food. That marinade just kind of caramelized on. The heat from that K-pop sauce. Then you're getting countered by the sweetness of that Asian pear, the crispness, then all of a sudden the bitterness of that pear leaf, that sesame leaf. Great stuff. Let's have a beer now. So in today's video, I thought this was appropriate. It's a Korean beer. It's a lager called Height. It's called Height Extra Cold. It's brewed out of Seoul. Let's give this a shot here. That's a nice color there. Decent head on there. Let's give this a try. Smells good. It doesn't have a, funky, skunky smell. It smells pretty clean. Yeah, it's good stuff. Definitely goes good with the spiciness of this Korean food, or Mexican food. It's just a very refreshing beer. I like it. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. Please check out that K-pop. I'll have a link down below. Great sauce. I mean, I honestly stand behind the sauce. It's a great sauce, and it goes good on pretty much everything I've tried it on. And it's a really cool company. The guys that own it are just great guys. See you on the next video. Cheers.